Well, it's time for a little bit of an update on some of our seed projects that have been ongoing. This has been kind of nice because once we set it up and got it started, we had to do very, very little except for keep the plants alive, which really wasn't that hard. So we're going to kind of give you an overview of our sort of early seed bed and see what we've got going on. So here is the bed, and as you can see, it's looking like a pretty big jungle. But the first thing that we're going to talk about here briefly, and we actually have to do something about them, is our red Russian kale. These seed pods are definitely starting to turn brown and dry. So these plants here in the foreground, I mean these ones here are quite dry. When you look over there, you can see them. A lot of those pods have turned brown. So job for today will be getting those kind of harvested so that they don't dry to the point that they start to split and spill seeds all in the bed, because we would really like to collect quite a bit of this seed for various purposes going forward. So our next one is our dragon carrots. So we managed to beat the Queen Anne's lace to flower for most of the flowers. All these ones you see here that have, I'll go in closer actually, they've set their seeds and they're on their way to producing a seed crop for us. Now we have, here's one here, but you can see we did clip several flowers off. Basically when we saw the first Queen Anne's lace going to flower near us, we kind of came out and did a bit of an inspection as to what had already sort of been pollinated slash set seed, which is a lot of these earlier taller seed heads versus some of the side shoots and smaller flowers that they were just opening. So we cut them off to just make sure we weren't collecting any seed from things that would have been cross-pollinated. But it may have also helped put a bit more energy from the carrot into setting the seeds. So this is one pot worth, as you can see kind of down in the jungle. We had our seed carrots in pots that we just placed in the bed. And to be honest, it's worked really well because we were able to get them going earlier. And then the second one is kind of over here. They don't have quite as many seed heads on them. The cabbage and red Russian kale slightly may have outcompeted those. When they really bolted to flower, they became monsters. But still, I mean, between that collection of flowers, what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 16 flowers. That should give us a lot of carrot seeds, but they're not quite ready, so we will come back to those. And then sort of last on the list of what's in this bed is our onions, which you can see a few of them have actually gone to flower. They're still quite a ways off. And then the drumhead cabbage. Now the drumhead cabbage is a little bit behind the red Russian kale, so it's absolutely loaded with pods, as you can see, but the pods haven't quite started to turn on any of them. So today the only thing we're going to do is see about harvesting some of these red Russian kale, and we'll have to come back to the cabbage at a later date. Still, there's a lot of seed been produced in this bed from some things that we were really hoping to get seed production.
Right now I am cutting our red Russian kale from where the seeds are, so that we can collect the seeds. As you can see right here, there's one. It's a little hard to get at them.
Very nice. Think we'll get lots of seeds out of that?
I think so, but don't know for sure. The only way is to find out. My part of this job is breaking them, which is really fun because I really enjoy breaking things. Sort of like Wreck-It Ralph. And you just go like this, and they are super tiny, so you want to be careful that you don't spill what they're in.
How many do you think you get in each pod?
Like 10, if not 15.
Wow, so we're going to get a lot of red Russian kale seeds, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Now, would you say this was easy to do?
To grow this much kale was actually, I think it'll be hard finding places to plant all of this because this will be a lot of kale.
No, but I mean actually harvesting the seeds. Do you think it was hard?
I actually find it a lot more fun because I really like breaking things. So it's not very hard for me.
Wow, you've got lots there.
Yep, one other one. Yeah, you don't want it to be as brown as possible.
That's right. We want them quite dry before we cut them off. Can you pull one that's
like this. You want it like this.
Perfect. Thank you.
This patch has kind of had a first harvest done on it, but as you can see, there's tons and tons of green ones yet. So what's left is just going to wait until later. And then we've done sort of the front of here to about here, kind of this batch. Still have a few to go through there, and the back batch there is completely untouched. We have to go through that. So needless to say, we are going to have a ton of seeds off these red Russian kale plants. And there we go. That, I have no idea what volume that is. We have to do a little bit more cleaning, but that's a pretty decent haul of seeds off these kale plants, which is not bad for the amount of effort. And we still have probably thousands left to collect by the time these will be done. Definitely you can produce a lot of seed. Now I'm curious to try a percentage of this seed as sprouts, basically like broccoli sprouts. So we'll see how that goes. But anyways, gonna go in and eat dinner now, and then come back and see if we can finish up the ones that have turned at least.